Welcome back to Quarantine Kitchen, where we're making recipes with what I have left because I am stuck in Spain for a month. And today's episode of Quarantine Kitchen, it gets more and more difficult each time. So what we're going to make is an orange cake, an orange upside down cake. Well, that is the plan at least. So this recipe is actually for a chocolate cake. On closer inspection though, I've worked out that I have consumed all the chocolate in this house, and now the situation is dire. So in second thoughts, we're going to make an orange upside down cake. Why an orange upside down cake, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple. I bought an entire bag of oranges, thinking that in 14 days in lockdown, I would get scurvy. But here's the thing, I ate the chocolate and not the oranges, probably still have scurvy, and now we have to use up 6 oranges. So stay tuned as we find out if I can use 6 oranges in one cake. The really smart and astute people out there will notice 2 things. One, why would I do this? I just made biscotti. Well, here's the thing. I ate all the biscotti. So now we need another dessert. And 2, why the hell am I in my bedroom? Well, don't kill me, Janet, but it gets better lighting here and my kitchen's like a dark pit. The first step we're going to do here is to make this cake is to do a sugar syrup for the oranges that are going on the bottom. Now, what's important here now is we now only have probably 300 grams of sugar, and I'm doing the maths badly. We're gonna need a lot of sugar for this recipe. So first we need 1 cup of sugar in here. Now, so what we need is 1 cup. But as you can see from this very helpful, useful measuring cup that I purchased here, we have the measurements in grams. So measure out 250 grams, or really, who cares? Probably half of this jug, maybe a cup of sugar, somewhere around there, and just throw it in there. And then you're going to add 100 and something mils of water. What that looks like is enough to dissolve in here, but not take too long to evaporate. So yeah, now that's going to continue to dissolve. We need to dissolve all the sugar. We've set the setting at 9 on this to dissolve it, really hot, and hoping that it won't blow the circuit and the fuse in this house. Alright, for this recipe, let's count along with the oranges together. For the first part, we need 2 oranges. Actually, that one's ugly. These two oranges, and we're going to slice them. Wash your damn orange and slice them very, very thin. They're thin. Why I'm saying it's important to be thin is because they're going on the bottom of your cake, and 2, it said very thin on the recipe. So the recipe that I'm, of course, loosely following. So while that's dissolving, thin is probably like that. Fun fact, cannot cut straight. That's just who I am. Look at that quality. All right, now that you've cut them evenly, and you're meant to be stirring this continuously, as you can see, it hasn't exploded since I haven't been stirring it. Now you're just going to wait for this to dissolve, and then we're going to add the oranges. These are now caramelizing for the next approximately 15 minutes until I feel they're done. All right, 3 eggs. Now the next bit is 1 1/3 cups of olive oil. What's super important is that this is the only olive oil I have, and it's extra virgin, which you're meant to use, but this tastes like grass. So let's hope the orange covers the grass flavor. So let's see. So let's get our trusty accurate unit of measurement of 1.5 cups in grams and do some olive oil. Oh crap. Okay, so actually we're out of olive oil. Okay. Oh my god. So this olive oil cake is now going to become a potentially sunflower oil or canola oil cake. Can't read the label. Because here's the issue. I ran out of olive oil. Check your ingredients before you start, people. So you're just meant to whisk it a little bit. But while I'm sitting here, I'm reading this label. And again, I can't read Spanish. I'm not really sure what it's meant to be. But it's fenomeno. I'm hoping that's sunflower. Actually, I don't know what this is. All right. 3rd orange, for those playing along at home. Wash your damn orange. And now back to my trusty microplane. What we're going to do is add the zest of this and the entire juice of this and hope it's enough because that's what we're doing. So fun fact, I do not have a juicer in Spain. If you don't have a juicer, well, you do this. Again, I forgot I bought actual milk because I didn't want to torture you with some weird milk like linseed, hazelnut or coconut. Instead, what we're going to do is use this milk. And what the best bit is, even if you're lactose intolerant, it doesn't matter. Okay, at this point the recipe you're meant to add Grand Marnier, if I'm saying that right, which is obviously an amazing orange alcohol. I'm sure Cointreau would work as well. However, the reality is I don't have any. Always sieve it. Always. Oh God, that's the end of the flour. And then you need half a teaspoon of bicarb. Oh God. So this actually looks like drain cleaner. So I'm really hoping it's bicarb. But otherwise I have no idea. Don't forget some salt because you didn't add any salted butter or anything. So you need to kind of salt it yourself. It also brings out sweetness. It brings out other flavors. Salt is good for you. Yes, I've been living in a Mediterranean country too long. So then go ahead and whisk it. I would recommend you use a wooden spoon for this. This is probably too harsh on it, but I am lazy and just don't care. This is what I would actually do. All right, I couldn't make this stuff up even if I tried. I just tasted it and it tastes like arse. So I realized I forgot to add sugar. So you know that sugar I used at the beginning? Again, I have no idea how much I'm going to add, so I'm just going to add this amount and see what happens. Very little butter in this house. I'm going to just grease this and stick down some paper. So this is my last piece of baking paper. This is it until lockdown is over. So we're going to be stupid and do a risk. We've greased this up. We're going to go straight in here because I need to save this for whatever else I'm making. Because it needs to be a little bit more caramelized. But what we're going to do is reuse this a little bit. We might top it up. This is going to be absolutely how much effort you want to put in, and I don't know how much I can be bothered. So the goal is to take off nice long thin things like that, not what I just did there. And then what you're going to do, let me show you in one, is essentially you've got to get the pith off because this crap's bitter. You do not want to eat that. And then you slice strips, and then what I'm going to do with those strips is just put them into this syrup. Alright, that took so long to peel and cut those. It's something I could not be bothered doing, and why you need a tool for it. It was just taking so long. I could have cooked the cake in the sun outside. Quarantine could be over before I had finished peeling the stupid oranges. Fun fact, candied orange peel lasts a really, really long time because there's so much sugar in it and nothing can grow in sugar. So essentially you're preserving these in one way or another because there's just so much sugar. This is how I think I'm going to go preserved, because if after I eat this cake I'm going to have so much sugar in me, I'm just going to be preserved. As you can see, I've left heaps of syrup. I should have left more. And that is what we're going to do. Okay, calm down. Looks okay actually. I'm going to pour the whole thing in. It's probably way too much, but I have no patience. I've burnt the crap out of this cake. It leaked because I didn't have baking paper. So this is where we're at. All right, we're going to pretend like that never happened. Now you're going to take the cake and put it in the oven and bake it for another, who knows, it's kind of self-baked. Who knows, maybe 20 minutes, maybe an hour, we'll find out. So it happened again. Started burning. Here's the thing though, I don't have a smoke alarm, so I don't care. And there you go, presenting overburnt, whoops, cake. But you'll know it's cooked when you can smell the burnt notes. We're going to make a syrup because there's not enough orange on this cake yet. So in the syrup, what you're going to do is you're going to add most of the sugar that's left. That's it. Now I'll save a little bit for emergencies. And then I actually want to make it a bit spicy because this cake tasted a little bland, not gonna lie. Found chai spice, which has all the cardamom pods and star anise that you could need. So we're going to do a chai spiced version with cardamom. Now I'm going to just do this. Hey. Adding that orange, it should soak in. And then you just need to add a little bit of, look at this. How good's that? I did a pretty good job there, except for the mess on my hands. A little bit of candied orange. You can see it really contrasts well with the orange. My potentially sunflower / canola oil anti-scurvy cake that uses up a sack of oranges because you're stuck in lockdown cake. Plus more syrup.